Hey y'all, it's Zaria. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to get this super pretty, no makeup look. Very dewy, perfect for spring and summer, which you know are coming up. So if you're interested in how I got this look, please just keep on watching. So today we're starting out things a little differently. Instead of having a clean and moisturized face, I'm just starting off with a clean face. I just washed my face, it's still slightly damp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take an oil. This is the Louise Miracle Serum. It's basically like a vitamin C oil. And they recommend that you start off with a little bit of a damp face. So I'm just gonna take a little. About 2 to 3 drops, warm up in my hand and just kind of press it in. So not even rubbing, just basically literally pressing it into your skin. So now that that's all pressed in, if this was like for the oil itself, I would wait a little longer. But because this is more like part of the routine, I'm gonna go ahead and do my moisturizer. If you want to really let the oil penetrate, you should wait 5 minutes. I'm not really going to. So usually I take 2 pumps of my moisturizer, but today I'm only gonna take 1 and you'll see why later. So just starting off with 1. Okay, now that that's all pressed in, I'm going to take my primer. As always, it's the Milk Hydrogrip. Just like 1 to 2 pumps. So now that that's on, what we're gonna do for this like no makeup look, I'm going to combine my foundation and my moisturizer. So I do like a 1-to-1 ratio. It's completely up to you based on how sheer or how full you want it. So I have, again, my moisturizer. This is a CeraVe moisturizer with sunscreen, and my Nars, what is this, the Natural Radiant. So I'm gonna take a pump of each. And then I have a Q-tip, and I'm just gonna mix them together in my hand. And you can always adjust, because this is looking like a little too much foundation to the sunscreen. Because you know, your foundation's more like silky. So if it's still like super silky, it should be a little clumpy. So I'm gonna add a little bit more, but not a full pump. Or a full pump, that's fine, because that's what came out. I'm gonna take some out of there. And then just dab it together. And you see how it's kind of like not as full coverage anymore, because there's sunscreen and moisturizer mixed into it. So yeah, it's a little more clumpy. It's not as silky as it is when it comes straight out the bottle. So I have that. I'm gonna take this damp beauty blender and then just go in with it. And again, feel free to like adjust your formula as needed. I highly recommend you use a moisturizer with sunscreen in it, because then if you don't, you really need sunscreen, so you would have to go back with like a different sunscreen on top of it, which some people recommend you should do anyway, but if that's doing too much, then you really just need to have sunscreen in your moisturizer to begin with. And I really like having sunscreen in my moisturizer because sunscreen kind of has like that white kind of cast to it. And when you put it on your face with your moisturizer, it almost looks like a little like glow effect in my opinion. So, highly recommend. And like I said, that's the CeraVe Daily AM, I think, daily moisturizing with 30 SPF. So as you can see, it's not as like full coverage as we usually get with Nars because we kind of thinned it out a little bit. But that's kind of what we're going for here. Okay, so now that that's all applied, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. So again, that was about a 1 to 1.5 1 pump of foundation to 1.5 of moisturizer with sunscreen. Okay, so now that that's all blended in, so because we're going for a more natural look today, I'm not gonna put on any under eye sunscreen. I'm just gonna, or under eye concealer. I'm just gonna use regular concealer just to lightly, just to kind of cover up any blemishes that maybe the foundation didn't catch because it's a little more sheer. So like this spot and a couple spots over here. And then one thing I'm really learning is you're supposed to let your concealer kind of dry down a little bit. So while that's drying, I'm not really gonna touch it. I'm just gonna let it kind of sit there and dry a little bit while I clean up a little. Concealer's kind of dried down a little bit, so I'm just going in with the same damp beauty blender and just kind of lightly press it into the skin. And as you can see, it stays a lot better since we let it sit. Okay. Again, since this is more of a no makeup look, I'm not gonna do any contour today. I feel like that's almost like a dead giveaway sometimes for makeup. So I'm just gonna go in now with my blush. I'm using the liquid blush from Milani, the Cheek Kiss in Rose Romance. So just about a dab on each cheek. You know, the apples of your cheek, I think they're called. So when you smile, just kind of put them kind of just like going away from your cheek almost, so it kind of like lifts your face. And just blend it out. I really like liquid blush because I've said this before, I feel like it just gives a more natural finish than like a powder blush. This one looks, you know, just more like a regular like sun kiss, like, oh, this kind of blush. I'm putting myself on. Okay. So for lips now, I'm just gonna go in first with some chapstick. This is the classic strawberry. I feel like this one is like the best one because I also feel like it gives you a little bit like a little bit of a rosy tint to your lips. So this is my favorite overall. And now I'm going in with a lip liner that I'm gonna be using more as like a lip color. So this is the MAC Pro Longwear lip pencil in the color In Control. So it's just this very like pink kind of color. It's like kind of old, y'all. Hold on. There it is. So as you can see, kind of just like this pink color. And I'm just gonna like run it over my lips. You can use almost like any kind of pink shade. I really just feel like that's a very like kind of soft, natural. So but any like neutral or even just lip gloss would do. I'm just gonna go in with this pink. So as you can see, it's not really a harsh pink, and that's why I like it. It's more just like a soft, natural pink. Like I said, you can go over it with lip gloss. I think I might, just to be different, spice it up for today. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna just set with my setting spray. This is the Anastasia Dewy setting spray. Oh wow, I closed it. As you can see, I'm wearing eyelash extensions, so I didn't put anything, no mascara, anything on my eyes. And then like I usually just get my brows done. I need to get them done. So they look very natural right now, which I guess is what matches the look we're going for anyway. So I'm just gonna comb them out a little bit. And then usually, you know, setting spray is like the final touch, but because I'm going for like a more dewy, no makeup look, I'm gonna go in with this glow mist. This is the Pixi brand. You can get this at Target. I really like it for days when you really just want to look natural, but like almost like this, wow, she's kind of like glowing kind of look. So if you don't like dewy, then I don't recommend doing both because the setting spray is dewy as well. But then, like I said, if you like that kind of glowing look, whatever they put up in this, it makes you glow. So I'm gonna go over with this, just kind of lightly. And then let that dry down as well. So this is the final look. Like I said, very glowy, very natural. You know, you could pass for not wearing anything at all. Perfect for spring, you know, it's coming up. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Bye.